So we started off with 21 lawns. We had what was left from, today's Saturday, we had what was left from Thursday's list that Billy and I weren't able to get done yesterday. And we have 21. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12 left, and it's only 11:16. Me, Max, and Billy, we are the A-team. That's how we fly. I'm doing all the trimming, and they're just knocking out the mowing, and we are flying right through them. But out of those 12 or whatever we have left, one of them is a huge church, and the other one is the big old senior home. Those are going to take up a little bit of time, but I have zero doubts we'll fly through them nevertheless. Nevertheless, never the words are hard. So we got this lawn. We didn't cut it last week because it was pretty short, and then we got all that rain, it just exploded. We got Billy cutting over here. He's on his second cut at 4 inches because he had to double cut it. Max is doing the same on the front part up there. I weed whacked all the ditches all the way around. But this is actually kind of funny. So the lady that lives here, I sent her a bill for May, and it had April on it too. She didn't pay April, it had both of them on it, and then it had the $25 late fee. And she calls me up and she goes, oh my goodness, is there any way we can waive this late fee? On and on and on. And I'm like, listen, and this was after she called me 7 times in a matter of an hour and a half, leaving me these long voicemails. And finally I call her back and I'm like, listen, I said last year, every time I billed you, I was billing you for the next month and you still owed for last. I go, I chased you all summer. I go, the year before, same thing. And I mow 4 of them right here. So, you know, normally I would just drop somebody if they make me chase them like that. But she's really a sweet lady. So I was like, I'm not doing that this year. I'm strictly enforcing late fees this year. I said, so, you know, if you're past, all my invoices say net 10 days, they always have. I said, if you're like 15 days or something, no big deal. But if I have to invoice you for the next month and you still owe for the one before that, you're definitely getting a late fee. And she's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, I'll waive it this time. I'm not waiving it again. If this happens again, you're getting it. You have to pay it. There's no way around it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. She's like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I won't. There won't be anything else. I'm like, okay. And so so normally she's a Friday cut. Today is Saturday. We're still playing catch up from the rain. She called me 17 times in 4 hours. They 17 times left me these long voicemails, never called her back. We pull up. I start weed whacking the ditches. They start mowing. She comes out. She's like, is there a boss here? And I go, I'm Randy. And she's like, oh. I go, Judy, it's me. And she's like, oh. She's like, thank you so much for coming to take care of my lawn. She's like, she puts her hands out like this, starts to walk towards me, and I'm standing there like this, and she goes, I could hug you right now. I said, please don't. Please don't. And she goes, are we good? Is there any? I go, we're fine. We're behind because of the rain. That's why we're a day late. Okay. I was so worried. I was worried that, you know, we weren't gonna, if you had to charge me more money, if you had to add money, I'm really sorry. I've seen the error of my ways. I won't be a stickler with money anymore. I'm not gonna be cheap. And I'm like, you're fine. Just pay your bill on time. Not raising your fee. I'm perfectly fine where you're at. Just pay your bill. That's all I want you to do. Just pay your bill on time. That's it. Don't make me chase you. I'm way too busy. I don't have time for it. It's more of a nuisance for me. I said, I have bills to pay just like you do, so I expect these checks to come in from everybody. She's like, okay. She's like, well, thank you so much. I go, no problem. We'll get it taken care of. We'll get it cleaned up today. And she goes, are you sure? And she puts her hands out, takes a step towards me, and she's like, are you sure I can't just give you a hug? I'm so thankful. I'm like, please don't. I step back. I'm like, please don't. Please don't touch me. I'm like, oh. What? Go back in your house.
Hard to drive around every once in a while, but you're staying here for quite some time, so. How close am I? Oh.
Dumping gas on yourself?
No, almost. Alright then.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on over there. Man, it's rough riding on this little 32. She's a beast though. So I just cut this whole area back here with the 32. We always do this chunk last. I cut the area around that building there. Max is back here. It goes back in, around, back, up and around the building, around, and then to all the front. I told you guys a few weeks back I'd give you a little tour. So since they're cutting, I'll just drive around and I'll show you guys what this property looks like. Ready? Let's go for a ride. Okay, so you guys have asked a couple times in the videos to get a tour of this new property. I hope the stabilization, the camera will keep this as smooth as possible, but it's pretty bumpy on this 32. It's bumpy everywhere on this 32, but this will give you guys an idea. We are in out here pretty fast, like I just mentioned, but that has always been having the 72. So, you know, I don't really know. We weren't there that long, probably about 45 minutes, but we really didn't have to weed whack much. I did the parts that need to be done. And other than what I showed you that I mowed with the little 32, Max cut all this back here with the Wright X52, and Billy cut all the front with the Ferris 52. So, I don't know. It makes a big difference. I'm really missing that 72 right now. Tomorrow is Monday. And happy Father's Day, by the way, to everybody. It was a great day today. We had a lot of fun. I smoked a pork loin, and then I made homemade mac and cheese with chopped slab bacon in it with peppers and onions. And I did that in the smoker as well, and had a lot of family over, and we just had a lot of fun. But anyway, so I'm still trying to figure out. We're still weighing options. I'm working with my dealer, Will Rice from Will's Lawn Service. A lot of you guys know him on YouTube, and he's with me every year at GIE. He found a link to some engines that are in stock at a place called Small Engine Warehouse. So I'm working between that and with my dealer, and hopefully we can figure something out for that ZK and get it back up and running. But this is all the front of this. This is stuff that Billy mowed. That big section I just showed you that was in the front, and then all these sections here, and there's a little section that runs across the front of the building. He cuts that as well. And then actually right here to the left, I end up coming back and mowing this here with the 32 as well. Just that square right there, and then that whole strip in between, like where that van is and that wood line, all the way down to these dumpsters up here. So, you know, it's not that bad of a property. Pretty decent size, but pays really well. And we never hear any complaints. They actually are constantly telling us how happy they are with us and how satisfied they are with the job that we're doing. And so they want us to bid this for snow plowing for this winter as well. So we'll be doing that, and I'll let you guys know how that turns out. But quick video today, but I filmed this and wanted to put up yesterday, and it just never happened. So that's it. That's the property. Pretty good size. Takes us about 45 minutes to cut it. We really only have to weed whack it every other week. There's some parts that have to be weed whacked every week, but it's like every other week weed whacking it. And on those weeks we're here like an hour and 20 minutes, maybe hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes on the weeks, so we have to weed whack everything and mow everything, just me and Billy. So it's not that bad.